Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get here at 5:30, and I did the ultimate boo-boo last night or this morning. I overslept. I never set an alarm because I never sleep, and I actually got some sleep last night. So. Michael and Megan, how are you doing? But see, you guys can make it. Let me get this thing set up. It's bothering me. There we go. Dirty Dog Diggers, how are you doing? I just overslept. I'm sorry. So I don't have to set an alarm no more. So geeky goodies. Good morning. How am I sounding? I sound okay, or do I got to refresh this thing? Because I've had it running all night again. So, good morning, Junkyard. I literally just hopped out of bed about 10 minutes ago. I made coffee and went to the bathroom, got my computer running. So. And they got something they want to talk about besides Chuck Norris. I do want to say something about the senseless killing that went on yesterday. I feel sorry for the parents and the family members. You know, it was senseless. There's no reason why anybody should have to kill somebody. You know, and before all the gun haters start in, you know, well, maybe we have banned guns. It wasn't the gun. You know, the gun had nothing to do with this. Even though the gun was was to kill. The gun didn't have anything. The gun did not load itself. It did not aim itself. It did not, jump out of the closet and, start going bang, bang, bang to all these kids. And I don't know if there's any teachers or faculty members killed, but just, so the gun haters don't get onto that. It's not the gun's fault. And I am a true believer that we have enough American vets out there that aren't doing anything that would love the job to protect them kids. And I think as soon as people realize that it's not going to stop until we have actually armed guards guarding our kids. We got armed guards guarding our money. I think our kids are far more important than our money. So I think we had to have armed guards guarding our kids. If, not, retired American vets, then why can't we have soldiers do it? The National Guard, there's National Guard in every city or every, state. Make it a, National Guard thing. The National Guard can actually guard the people itself, the citizens. So, that's what their duty is to, guard the homeland. So, Wicked, how are you doing? Texel Star. Nice to see you here. So, that's how I feel about that. If you guys want to discuss on that some more, let me know. All the senseless killing, the Nevada killing. Well, how did anybody not see this guy carry all that, those weapons and everything up there in the hotel room? Well, for one thing, they were all carried in on a luggage cart. And I don't know about you, but when I take my kids and my wife and we go someplace, we have a pickup full of luggage, So what's the difference? Nobody notices when you bring in a luggage cart and you got 20 different, suitcases. So I'm not doing too bad. I'm sore as hell. Hip's starting to hurt again and really bad. I mean, it's been hurting. It just starts, it hurts worse some days than it does others. So, but I am glad to see you here, Texas Little Star. Um, for you guys that don't know, Texas Little Star, me and her are exactly the same age. I am older than her, but we're born on the same day, same year, and I was born before her. So I'm a couple hours older than she is. So respect your elders there, Texas. Just kidding, just kidding. I'm glad to have you on here, man. California greenhorn fisherman, how are you doing? I haven't made it to your channel yet. Did you have that live stream? You said you were going to do a live stream fishing. If you did already, I'm gonna check that out because I love fishing. And in fact, if I'm healthy enough this summer, you guys probably won't see me on YouTube that much because I'm gonna go. We got a lake just about 2.5 miles from here, so, and they got some big bluemouth or a big mouth bass in there, but you got to get out, in the center of the lake, or you got to cast out more than 50, 60 yards. So I love bass. No fish, huh? So you taught a worm how to swim there, California? I was born at 1:05 in the afternoon there, Texas. I thought you said you were born like at 6:30 or something like that at night. I might be wrong, but I was born at 1:05 in the afternoon. So, anybody got anything they would like to talk about? I'm open to most topics. So, how was everybody's Valentine's Day? Okay, Texas, that's okay. Um, my wife made a outstanding meatloaf dinner yesterday with mashed potatoes and corn. Great meal. I love meatloaf. Uh, and hadn't had a good meatloaf dinner in a long time, and she made it, and it was excellent. So we would have went out to dinner, but we have she watches the grandkids, during the week from all day. They stay here during the week, and then they go home on the weekend to the dad because the dad works second shift. He goes in at 3 and he gets out at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So there's no sense in getting them up and then getting them home. Oh, that's good. You went to the casino there, fisherman. Did you win any money? Okay, Texas. I have to check that out, Dirty Dog. Dirty Dog has a driving video she put up yesterday. It's supposed to be a long one, so I have to check that out. Because I am. You want good? You want $160? I am a former trucker. I used to. I was a garbage man for 25 years, and then I started hauling scrap for another company. And then I was a roll-off driver for another company, and then, well, actually, I started hauling construction debris and stuff for another company. Then I went to work for a different guy and was hauling roll-off scrap, and then still at that company, I started driving doubles. We're pulling doubles, which is 2 trailers. So that's good that you won $160. At least you didn't go home broke, unless you lost everything and then won $160 back. So, Texas Star, she's fixing her lunch sack. So, let's see if I missed anybody. Megan, are you still there? How are you doing? Have you made it to a Chinese restaurant yet? And Michael Horsford, how are you doing? Try to say hi to everybody. If you guys got anything else you'd like to comment on, I was just, I started it out by saying about the census killing in Florida with I don't know how many years died so far, I haven't checked, but I heard 17 in the last count, and that's just atrocious. 17 young kids with a life to live, and I don't know if they were all kids or not, but a life is a life, and at least the good thing is they caught him, but then again, that's a bad thing. They caught him. Now they got to waste millions and millions of dollars to prosecute this guy and see if he's okay, in order to prosecute him. Too bad the guy just didn't kill himself and get it over with. So all they would have to do is just collect the evidence, and no case. Wouldn't spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on prosecuting it. So, good morning, Greg. How are you doing today? Is it time to make the chocolate? You guys were probably busy for the last couple of months, weren't you, making chocolate for Valentine's Day? Okay, the buffer's gonna go down again. Well, I'm showing a bunch of, I'm showing damn near full bars on my satellite, or my Wi-Fi. I'm sorry. Is the sound okay? Well, let me know if the sound's okay. Because I can go back in and on your video. Oh, okay. Had me scared there for a minute there, Dirty Dog. I thought it was my live stream doing it. That's good, Greg. You keep it up. For us people that are disabled or retired, we need you to keep working. Nice talking to you, California. Go ahead and have a good night. It's actually morning. Well, yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning there. Yeah, have a good night. Okay, Texas. I bet you were busy though, Greg, with the holiday, the Valentine's Day holiday, the made-up Hallmark greeting card holiday. So, I'm glad things sturdy. I thought that first you were talking that I was lagging and buffering and stuff, but thank you for pointing that out that I wasn't. So had me scared there for a second. Pepper Bob, good morning. How are you doing, man? All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. I haven't been to your channel in a little bit. I have to head back to there and catch up on some of your stuff. How are you doing on your? Are you close to your 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 hours, or you're not even in contention for that yet, are you? Or are you? Sorry about that. Oh. That's the thing about that. The new rules and regulations that YouTube put down. That's affecting a lot of people. I realize, I can still keep going on and go after February 20th, but it's the principle of the thing. I was already there, and they pulled the rug out from underneath me, and that's what upsets me. So. That's just like, yeah, Texas, if you want, you can come on the live stream. Let me know and I'll send you a link. I'm still sore, but I'm still above ground. So, Bob. Right? Okay. I know it's a slow process. Start visiting that Green Bay Wacky if you can, and he'll help you get some subscribers. All right, Texas, I'll let you. You just let me know, and then I'll send you a link into your community page on your channel. So. But prepping is one of my favorite topics. So I watch a lot of prepping videos. I watch a lot of canning, cooking, all that, gardening videos. I watch a lot of that stuff. Yeah, from Home in the Sticks. I watch him. He just had a new video come up. So, how you doing? So what? All right, there, Texas. I will send it. There you go, Texas Little Star. It's there. Yeah, that's terrible. So what in Florida? Yeah. How you doing, Liz? I was just telling somebody I love prepping channels. You're a prepping channel.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing there, Texas?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Well, I'm still sore, but I'm still above ground. So.
Yeah, it's been bothering me. Let's start that over. My hip on my right side has been bothering me too.
Well, it's my left hip, so if we put our arms around each other's shoulders and walk, we'll walk straight up, then won't we?
Right?
Yeah.
So what to? Hi.
So.
Yeah, don't mind the mess behind me. I've been straightening up my inch bag, so.
Yeah, I don't mind anybody's mess. So. I'm glad you came on.
Thank you for having me.
It's hard to come up with content sometimes at 5:30 or 5:45 in the morning when you're all by yourself. But
right.
Yesterday was plenty of content with that school shooting, and that's just terrible.
Yeah. 17 dead the last I heard too, and one of the girls that I was watching on the video, she did a CNN I guess CNN had interviewed her, and I think one of the security guards, one of her favorite security guards was shot, but she doesn't know if he's dead or alive.
Yeah, but I'm going to be on here. I usually try to shut it down at 7, but I've been going till 8 o'clock there, Prepper Bob, 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Hi,
So-
Dirty Dog Diggers.
So if you want to come back, go ahead and come back. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's really no sense of having security guards there if they don't have any way of protecting the kids. You know,
Right.
if you got a gun and I'm a security guard and I say, "Hey, stop," that don't mean nothing. You know.
Well, honestly,
At least-
I've done security for like 14 years.
Right.
12 here and 2 in New York. And honestly, majority of most sites, you don't carry a weapon. And the sites you do carry a weapon, honestly, it's more for deterrent than for anything else.
Right. And that's why I think they had to have a gun.
Right. Some security companies, depending on who hires you, will let you use the weapon. But to be honest, the security guard has no more right than a citizen does.
Right. Well, I was a security guard for a few years myself, and we never carried weapons because we didn't, protect anything valuable. It was just we were a security guard at high schools and at night, not during the day, but at night, and a landfill. So.
Right. Well, when I was in New York, I guarded 236 boats. Here, I've done the bridges going from El Paso to Juarez, Mexico. I've done fire stations. I've done parks. I've done quinceañeras, State Farm call center. So I've covered a lot of different things.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
This So what too? He said his name was Nicholas D. Jesus Cruz or Jesus Cruz. So I don't know. I haven't heard. I watched it for a couple hours yesterday and I turned it off because it's just something.
Well, I heard the reason he did it is supposedly he got expelled from school.
I wonder why he got expelled. He was 19 years old, wasn't he? That's what they say, or something like that. I think he should have been out of school or close to being out of school.
Yeah, well, there's multiple stories out there, so
Right.
probably won't find out the total truth until a few days or a few weeks.
Right, you're right. But the gun nuts are going to say, "Well, how do you get a gun?" Well, actually, he must have took it from somebody because I don't think in Florida you can own a gun until you're 21, can you? Or a pistol.
I don't know, to be honest.
So.
Probably could have been his father's. Could have been any relatives.
Right. So.
And honestly, nowadays in the black market, you can pretty much get anything at any age.
Right. Yeah. So. Lowell Urban used to be a security guard and then a prison officer, and they're in the UK, and they were not armed. Yeah.
I was told.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said the prison guards here. I live in Michigan. They're not armed either, but the ones in the tower are. So.
Yeah, I was told when I was getting my fingerprints done because it was down where the main courthouse is, that the lady even told me, she goes, "You should be a peace officer in the jails." And I'm like, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
So. It's like they already shortened down people's magazines for guns. They're just going to push more and more to take them away from everybody.
Well, they can have mine as soon as they pry it out of my cold dead hand.
Yeah.
So,
But to be honest, there's only one of us, and if they come, there's going to be multiple people, cops or whoever. So.
Right. But if they do that, enough times people are going to uprise, So, but the reason why we have the Second Amendment is to take back the government if we felt the need we had to. But nowadays, the government's made so many regulations and rules and stuff.
I've heard honestly that they want to start changing some of the amendments because they say they're outdated.
Right.
I heard that like about a year or two ago.
Right. But nowadays, the Second Amendment is for, so we can protect ourselves from the government. But nowadays, the government has made so many rules and regulations that our weapons are no longer effective against them because, we're not allowed automatics and, they are, and we're not allowed tank launchers, hand grenade launchers, and they are, and don't think that they would in a minute use them against us if they had to.
Well, I'm just hoping that if anything goes bad, our own Army 6 and Marines, whatever, all of those people stick up for the citizens and not the government, because it's their own families that are going to be affected too.
Right. Well, that's the way the thinking is. I was in the service, and I would never open fire on citizens of our country. I don't care what they did. I'd never open fire on citizens of our country. Because in all actuality, if you open a fire on the citizens of the United States, you are opening fire on your own boss, because they are your boss. And I don't care what a general says or an admiral or whatever. Just a second, I'm losing my train of thought here. Because the government and the politicians and the military, they are all civil servants. They serve the country. That's all they are. And the taxpayers or the citizens of the United States are actually the boss. But somewhere in the last 60 years, ever since John F. Kennedy was killed, they have forgotten about the citizens being the boss, and they've let the lobbyists take over and, run and control the country with greed. So I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. So.
Junkyard said he purchased the RER legally and passed the background check.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, and everybody, don't mind my camera. It's on facial recognition, and I have no way of figuring out how to change it. I've tried going through settings. It don't work. So it drives me more nuts than you guys probably.
I thought he used, I didn't know. I thought he used a pistol, but he used an AR-15?
No. Yeah, it said it earlier on the news too.
Okay. Yeah, Communist News Networks going for the guns again. Yeah.
Supposedly he's cooperating with the police. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just wish he would have killed himself so he wouldn't. They'd save all the millions and millions of dollars of the trial, because it's going to be a federal trial and it's going to come out of the federal government.
Right. The only thing I was telling my wife that I think was wrong is that, one, you're letting the kids leave the schools with the backpacks. To me, they should have been left in the school, because they said, well, pipe bombs or whatever, because I did see they had them drop them in the middle of the street, but they were sitting like right in the grass, like right across the street.
Right.
Why not bring in a dumpster or something, put it somewhere far away from where the people are there, if not left in school, into that dumpster, so if there is a pipe bomb and it blows, it's not going to affect anybody except the damn dumpster.
Right. You're right. No, I just think it's terrible. It all comes up to upbringing too there, Texas. That kid was probably coddled all his life, poor little, I don't know I can't remember his name, but Hector or whatever. Let me go back and see what his name was. His name was
Jesus Cruz.
Yeah, Nicholas. Poor little Nicky. Come here to mommy, and pat him on the back. It's okay. It's okay. Want a cookie? And they probably did that to him all his life. And then he didn't get something his way and a nut snapped, and he just went off. So, and that's the way it is with a lot of them. They get coddled all their life, and then all of a sudden they don't get it their way and bam, they snap and now they are a serial killer. And I don't know, but I bet if you check this kid was on medication too. I bet he had, what is that? I can't remember what they call it, where, attention.
But honestly, you're on medications like whatchamacallit, any pain medications.
Yeah.
Anything Codex, morphine, anything like that. They honestly won't issue a gun license because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, so what? Yeah, he's still alive. And that's the thing, too bad he just didn't off himself, when he got done, because it doesn't matter if he doesn't go to prison. He's going to, a mental institution for the rest of his life. He's never going to see the light of day again. He never, ever is he ever going to see the light of day. So
you never know nowadays. I knew somebody during my teenage years. Their father literally drove drunk, dragged a woman down the street. The guy went flying or whatever, and I think they died, and he only got a year in prison.
Right. That was, well, I know back 35 years ago, a guy I went to school with, he was drinking and driving and had an accident, killed 3 people, and he got 90 days, But now do it, and you're going to get life in prison. So.
Yeah. Junkyard says Florida Governor and Attorney General was on TV last night. Instead, said the state will cover all funeral costs and hospital costs.
Well, that's good. Most of the kids now are spoiled bastards, and Marty, that's the way shit happens anymore. You're right there, old mucker. And you'll find out that some people in Florida are going to scream and holler because they're paying for the funeral costs and the hospital costs and stuff. And if they have insurance, if the families have insurance, then they should use that first, because some of these hospital costs are probably going to be in the millions, because if these people are, critically injured, it's going to be a long time before they're healthy, or are able to have a productive life again.
To be honest, his family should be paying the hospital costs, at least some of it. The hell with the people that got hurt and shot, it's like his family should be covering it.
Right. Well, then again, the guy is 19 years old, so he's a legal adult. I'm sure he doesn't have anything of his own, so that's the point right there. The problem right there. He's actually an adult, so unless he's a millionaire himself, but it is a tragedy. Exactly what it is a tragedy. So
yes, it is.
And I am actually glad that the governor and attorney general said that they would step up and cover the cost of the funeral and hospitals, but let the insurance companies, if they got insurance, let them pay it too, because that's what you paid your premiums for. If you don't let the insurance companies pay for it, they're just getting a buy. That's all they're getting, a buy, And they already get enough, they already make enough from everybody already. So I am a firm believer, if you do not use your insurance, you at least get half of it back every year. So, but if you did that, hell, they'd scream bankruptcy so quick, it'd be pathetic. How you doing, Perth? I enjoyed your little conversation last night about the dog food. That was pretty cool. So. Yeah, it's been that way for years. So what? When I was 18 years old, I wasn't old enough to drink, and I'm 54 years old. They changed it when I was 14 years old. When I was 14 years old, you had to be 21 to drink. So But the state below me, Ohio, you still only had to be 18, or you could be 18 and drink, but you had to drink a 3-2 beer. So, yeah, that was a rant, but it was a nice rant there, Perth. So, and I agree 100% with you. You know, we got to stop eating this processed stuff, this fast food stuff, and start, eating natural and organic. So,
People are too damn lazy to sit there and cook nowadays.
you're right. And never eat anything from China. Never. So, I know, Junkyard, back in the 50s, they used to teach gun safety in schools. And, they'd have you bring your gun to school and do target practice and stuff like that in a lot of schools. So, you know,
Oh, I'm still here. Just hold on a minute.
okay. You're right. Had rifles in the back window. Try that now and see what happens. A lot of these cops ain't never seen a gun rack in the back of a window of a pickup truck. So, and you didn't have to lock them either. So, you're exactly right. Things have changed so bad in the last 50 years. It's pathetic. So, and you're right.
The thing is, honestly, we used to get our asses beat. That's what's wrong nowadays. Can't do shit to kids because they're spoiled.
You're right.
Sit there and talk to them the wrong way, and it's like the cops are on the parents' asses.
Well, when I was a kid, if you did something down the block, the neighbor would come out and whip your ass for doing it, and then he'd call your mom and dad. And when you got home, you got your ass whipped by your mom and dad too.
Well, that I didn't sit there. When I was younger, I was playing at a friend's house, and we were playing with a slingshot, and I accidentally broke their neighbor's window. Well, yeah, I got a good reprimanding from them, but before I even got back to my grandmother's,
Yeah.
I got yelled at there, and when I got home, I got yelled at. So I got yelled at 3 times.
Right. And that's the thing. If they had more community involvement, in watching the kids what they do nowadays. When I was a kid,
Yes, somewhat. Yeah, it was accidentally, yes.
when I was a kid, if you did something and somebody down the block seen you, they'd either kick your ass or yell at you and scream at you and then call your mom and dad, and everybody knew everybody's phone number back then. So and then when you got home, you knew you were getting it.
It's like walking down the street and it's like being with your friends and it's like, fuck you, this, that, you bitch, or whatever. It's like somebody come out and be like, hey, watch your mouth, blah, 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 blah. And you were like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, or whatever.
Right.
And like by the time you got back home, you were in trouble. But it's like now the kids are like, fuck you, mind your own business, you old sea hag or whatever.
Yep. And they don't care.
Nope.
And then, if you call parents, the parents look at you and say, well, they start laughing. Well, they call us, but I think it's funny. You're right there. Parents need to take back the responsibility of their kids. A lot of parents nowadays think kids are disposable. We'll raise them till they're 18, then get rid of them. I told somebody the other day.
Take back the responsibility of the kids. The thing is that the law doesn't allow it. It's like you can't lay a hand on your children anymore.
You're right. Yeah, like the acid tax. Yeah, you can't reprimand your kid anymore, and it all has to go with taking the pledge out of the school systems. The Jehovah Witnesses coming into the schools and saying you can't have Christmas parties and all this other stuff, and then them taking away the teacher's right to paddle your ass if you're being good. That's where it all started, and then it just snowballed from there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. The parents, Perth, the parents have allowed the law. Big Dog, how are you doing today? Oh, that's too bad there, Junkyard. Cool dad from the
Wow.
80s. So there's just a tremendous amount of stuff that's changed in the last 50 years, and that's brought on these problems. And you know what? I absolutely do not understand why some guys walk around with their pants down to their kneecaps. What in the hell is that about?
I am so tempted when I see people like that to go up behind them and go,
I got a cane. I'm thinking about just shoving my cane down through the crotch of their pants and shoving it right down to their ankles as they're walking and watch them fall down
yep.
on their, you know. And that's what I tell them. I tell these kids, I see them say, how the hell are you going to run from the law with your pants down by your ankles, by your kneecaps? And they look at me, why would I run from the law? I said, because it looks like you would do that. So.
Hey, Sean.
You're right there, old mucker.
I honestly think there should be something in the car that disables the phone except for being able to dial 911. When you get in it, it disables it until you're out of the car.
That would be nice. Or make it so when you're in the car, it won't be a hands it'll be a hands-free device. It won't activate, so you can pick it up and hold it, and it'll automatically go to speaker or run through the stereo system of
well,
the car.
even like with that ear thing, you're not like here that I know of. You're not even allowed to use that, but people still do.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Last time I knew that Bluetooth was allowed in every state because that's how the truckers are getting away with it now. See, if you're a truck driver, you're not allowed to be on the phone, but you can be on the Bluetooth, and you can leave your phone on the dash, and then you just hit the button, and you can some Bluetooth. All you have to do is say a name, and it'll call that person. So I do too, old mucker. I hate kids that do that. It is a prison thing there, so what? It was to let the prisoners know that they were available. So, but these punks nowadays, they don't think that's what it was. So, but have them go to prison and pull down their pants like that and see what happens to them. They'll be somebody's little girlfriend in a matter of minutes.
Perth, you're probably right.
You're right. You're absolutely right. If the government could do it, they'd get the population of the country down to 500, the population of the world down to 500 million worldwide.
I don't agree with what is it, China, where with the one child thing, but if they want to honestly control population, I'd rather that than sitting there killing us by diseases or, like you said, by our own hands. It's like, I think that would be better off. I don't agree with it, but I think I'd rather have that than anything.
You're right. There is like a Stonehenge I think it's in Georgia, and it was put up anonymously. The Guidestones or something like that, and they claim, and it's in like 14 or 15 different languages, and it states that they need to get the world population down to 500 million. So, and 500 million worldwide is not very many people. I mean, you'd be lucky if there's a person every half a mile or so, square mile or whatever. So,
but they allowed it to begin with.
You're right.
So
they did allow it, and that's the bad thing about it is when I was a kid, my dad used to tell me, China, if you lined up all the people in China 1 mile wide and you marched them into the ocean, they would march forever because that's how many people were there. So, and then
when I was a kid, probably around the age of 5, my mom turned around and told me, there is a cure for every disease that's out there. They just don't want you to know it because it's considered population control.
You're right. And you're right.
And that's what I was born in 63. So by 68, that's when she told me.
Um, I agree. The Jerry Lewis telethon that's on in muscular dystrophy.
Mm.
Now I don't agree with that. For 50 years, they've come on to TV and said we're this close. We're this close to finding a cure. We're this close to finding a cure. You're never going to find a cure because you won't get paid if you find a cure. You're done being paid if you find a cure. You only get paid for research. So they keep looking, but they keep looking for nothing because they've already found the cure. They're just taking money for nothing. So,
Perth, you're right. I agree 100%. The Creator gave us everything we need.
you're right. A lot of it's just natural herbs and spices, will heal people. And most diseases are man-made.
Yep. And if you notice, it's like they give you a pill like for high blood pressure. That high blood pressure pill causes 10 side effects. So you need 10 more different pills, and then they give you another 20 side effects.
Well, I was on blood thinners. Now get this. Who in their right...
I was for 5 months back years ago. I had a blood clot right here.
Right. But who in their right mind decided to put rat poison into a pill and say, there you go, that'll loosen up your blood?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what's in it. Is rat poisoning.
Wow.
So.
Well, I know when they put me on the blood thinners, they told me stay away from greens because supposedly greens thin out your blood.
Right. So
and I had to go every week for blood work to make sure it was at the right amount, and constantly telling me, be careful if you shave, be careful this, be careful that, because you'll bleed to death.
I just got off on blood thinners back in December, and my last doctor had me on blood thinners. I went to a new doctor. They checked my blood, and they said, why are you on blood thinners? I said, well, I haven't taken for a month because I tried to get my other doctor to call in the prescription, and he just, every time I call, they said they'll do it, and then the pharmacy never gets it. So I decided to go to a different doctor. They said, well, you don't need it. They tested my blood. You don't need blood thinners. If you
I ended up forming a blood clot exactly right here because I slept with my arm like this all night, supposedly, and I guess I didn't move through the night, and that's what caused it, they told me.
I had a blood clot in the lung, my right lung, and then I had a blood clot behind my left kneecap at the same time. And I was on blood thinners for 3 years. And I wasn't mobile because I couldn't walk because I needed a new knee at the time, and insurance wouldn't cover it. And then I gained a bunch of weight, so I had to lose the weight before I could get the blood thinner or the surgery done. But I went to this doctor in December, and they said you don't need them.
How did the knee surgery work?
I got a new knee, and it's on my left leg, and that's the same hip, the same leg that the hip's going out. But
I need total knee replacement on both knees. And I got 6 herniated discs in the tailbone area, and I will not mess with my back because it's like there's a chance I could be paralyzed. And I'm like, hell no. I'd rather just sit there and deal with the pain in the back. And I've just been too chicken to get the ones for the knees.
Yeah,
they say you need it every 10 years anyway, so it's like.
Yeah, well, it depends on how much walking and all that other stuff you do. I did a total knee replacement, and then when the doctor did it, it was the biggest knee replacement he'd ever done. It's the knee incision itself is 17.5 inches long.
Wow.
He said it was a monster.
I'm getting to the point where I might not be able to walk. I have more difficulty because they told me the longer I wait, besides the knee, it's like the bone will be rubbing on the other bone, like down in this. Using my hand as like showing like where your knee is. Say this is your knee, like the bone here, that it will be bone on bone, and if it affects this part of my knee, the bone here, it's gonna be where I won't be able to walk at all.
I was in a walk. I used a walker, wheelchair, and a hover arm for 4 years.
They won't give me one. They will not give me an electrical wheelchair at all. It's like they said that none of the doctors want to deal with it. And my pain doctor, the only one he will give me is a regular wheelchair. And I'm like, between my carpal tunnel and my asthma, that defeats the purpose.
Well, I didn't have an electric wheelchair. I had a regular wheelchair. Then I went out and I bought a Hover-Round out of my own money. I bought it. I looked on Craigslist, and you can get them for $200 or $300.
Oh, wow.
So
maybe that's what I should do then.
Yeah, and you get a Hover-Round, and make sure it runs, works, and that it works pretty good. Make sure you buy brand new batteries for it, because I got one right now out there, and it needs batteries, and the batteries are like $110 a piece, but they'll last you 3 or 4 years. So, and I bought my first one for $250, and then about 8 months later, a guy had 2 of them for sale, and he wanted $250 for both of them. I ended up giving him $200 for both of them, and they had 4 batteries, and the 4 batteries were good, and they both worked, but I only had 1 charger. I ended up selling one, and I kept the other one, and I had 2 of them for the longest time, and then one would break down, so I started using it for parts.
Hi, Peter.
How you doing, Peter? But a Hover-Round is cheap, and I had a 4-wheel electric cart, and you can get them for $300-400 too off on Craigslist. And I had that for a while, and I sold that.
Yeah, I mainly need one, like when I'm at the store, like pharmacy or whatever, where I have to stand out long periods of time. But it's like I can't.
Yeah, I understand. So evidently,
Hi, Lisa.
School must be delayed because it's 6:40 and my wife still isn't up. So I'm doing good there, Peter. A little sore from the hip, but I'm doing okay. Lisa, how are you doing?
What town, state are you in?
I'm in Michigan. It's real foggy here. It warmed up yesterday, and we got like 12 or 14 inches of snow last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and ice. And then it warmed up a little bit, so some of the stuff was melting. Now we got fog all over the place from the stuff melting.
Yeah, here it's like freaking summertime. It's been high up in the 70s and freaking hot as hell.
Right. I'm sorry that you had that problem that it's 70 degrees there, Texas. Sorry about that. It was I think the coldest it's been here so far was 15 below zero this year. How you doing, Andy? Oh.
Hi, Andy.
Yeah, we're all angry about the mainstream media.
Yep.
I don't believe half the shit they say. So.
Well, right now it's 48 degrees. Gonna supposedly get up in the 60s today, they say.
I think we're gonna get up to 48 degrees today. So.
Partly cloudy, which I won't agree because it's never cloudy here.
Yeah, it's saying not snow. That's what Al Global Warming Corps says. Yeah. The only person that believes that global warming is Al himself, and that's because he's made millions of dollars off it. So.
Yeah, the only thing bad here is like when we get those windstorms with the desert sand, then we'll get like a lot of dust.
Right. Well, let's get it snowing in Germany. Hopefully it'll stay there and not come to where I live. Wish you could get rid of your blood thinners. I'm on 3 kinds: aspirin, Xarelto, and Plavix. And I think I'd be checking with my doctor if I was you, because I was on the aspirin and the warfarin, and they took me off the aspirin because I was, it's too much blood thinner.
I'm originally from Long Island, New York, Andy.
Yeah, he wants $13 trillion. Yeah. You clot too much. And you were
They
talking
haven't
about.
tried those mesh things.
I thought they had a recall on some of them because they keep breaking off or whatever. Those,
I think they did.
yeah, them spiders or whatever they're called. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd start eating salads and get off my. Uh, I'm not telling you what to do, but if it was me, I'd start getting off my blood thinners if I was taking that much and start eating salads and stuff or greens. Collard greens, turnip greens, stuff like that. Yeah, polar bears cannot swim. Yeah.
My real name is Arlene, and my YouTube channel is Texas Little Star 63 Monster.
Yeah. Go ahead and type that in there so if they want, they can subscribe to you there, Texas. So.
All right. Hi.
Oh, you do eat greens? Well, my wife's got a cousin that's full of blood clots, and he's just a time bomb waiting to go off, and he takes blood thinners all the time. So, yeah, eat a lot of garlic. So.
Just don't kiss anybody afterwards.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you guys aren't showing somebody channel love, go ahead and show them their channel love. Check each other's channel out. Click their little red button there on the side and show them some channel love. Yeah. I understand what that's all about there, Peter, because like I said, I was laid up for 4 years, and there was lots of days I just wish it was all over with, because the pain would get so intense. So, and it all started. I had a knee scope done. I walked in there to the hospital to have a knee scope done. They took out 3 bone spurs an inch long, fixed 3 meniscus tears and scraped out some arthritis. Walked in and come out on crutches and never walked again for 4 years. I kept going back to the doctor. My leg would swell up. My kneecap would get the size of a watermelon. He'd drain off the fluid. I don't know what's going on with it. Well, maybe we need to fix it. Well, your insurance won't cover it now. So, and then
Lisa, Arlene.
And then I got that world famous Obamacare. And you know what they covered? They wouldn't even cover the prescriptions.
Wow. I wasn't even eligible for it.
I paid $800 a month for it so I could have insurance. And I'd use my insurance, and I had a $2,500 doctor deductible. Okay, so you had
excuse me, Aaron. Go over to the 3 dots on the side of my name on the right side. Click on it. Go to channel, and you'll be able to subscribe.
Yeah, there's 3 dots on every side of everybody's name. Just click on them. Put your arrow over there and click on. I had a $2,500 doctor's deductible. I had a $40 doctor copay. So I would literally have to go to the doctor every 2 or 3 weeks in order to cover that $2,500 copay. The doctor's office visit was $200 a visit. So I would pay $160, or I'd pay $40 of it. $160 was the insurance part plus they would only pay 80% of that. So I had to pay 80 or 20% of that, 160. But they didn't cover none of that until I reached the $2,500 goal mark. I had a $500 deductible, deductible on emergency room visits per visit. So if you went to the emergency room, you had to pay the first $500, and then $25,000 on the doctor, hospital stay, $25,000 hospital stay before they would cover anything. And then you had a $500 deductible, and it was 80/20. And who can afford that? You go bankrupt just going to the doctor. So.
Yep. I already smashed it, Megan.
That's a shame there, Peter. Yeah, you're right there, Lisa. If you're on a phone or an iPad, just hold down on the name, it'll come up. So
I'm ready to throw my iPad in the garbage. It doesn't want to charge. Has a mind of its own. It's like on occasion it will charge, and majority of the time it won't.
Well, most of the time I find out it's the cord on the charger that does that. It's got a little broken wire.
5 different charging cords.
Okay. Good morning, country girl. How are you doing?
Long time no see. Majority of the time I'm asleep at this time, unless I stay up all night.
Yeah, you guys got that good insurance over there in Canada. You might have to wait a while to get in to see to get in for surgery or whatever, unless it's an emergency, but you got that good insurance. And we should here have national insurance to begin with, but it shouldn't be the way they set it up. England has it, Canada has it. I think most countries have, national insurance or, national coverage. Shouldn't even have to have insurance. It should be just national coverage. I always thought of it this way. What if they paid for all the kids that wanted to go to college to be a doctor? What if they paid for them to go and be a doctor? And in order to pay for their college back, they would have to give 4 years of voluntary service at a hospital or a doctor's office, which, would not cost anybody to go. And in turn, the government would give them a salary so they could live, and pay off their college tuition. I think that would work out great. And after your 4 years, you could go into private practice. And if somebody wanted to pay for you, then they could pay for it out of their own pocket. Or you could remain on the government's payroll, and stay, a government doctor.
Go for green living. Good morning.
Yeah, go for green. How are you doing? I mean, we spend $110 billion on immigration. Why couldn't we spend $110 billion on healthcare? National healthcare. So. That's just the way I feel. I'm sorry if people don't agree with it, but I think it's something that should be looked into. You're right, country girl. You got great insurance. Because anymore, they want you to pay $2,500 here, $5,000 here, $25,000 here. And they want, and then they want to pay 80/20, and they won't pay a nickel until you paid your 20% in, and all that other stuff. So
I had to laugh just past year in 2017. It's like I pay a certain amount for some prescriptions and like a little bit more for other ones. And when you reach your deductible, you get your meds for free. Well, I guess I didn't reach my deductible till about 3 days prior to the year ending, and I got one medication for nothing.
I got Aetna prescription care, and I'm on disability, and I had to buy a prescription care according to Medicare. Yeah, Medicare. So I bought the prescription care. It cost me $38 a month. I'm no longer on prescriptions. And the only one I'm on, and it cost me $11. But I can't cancel my prescription medicine or insurance. I have to pay them $38 and then pay the $11 on my prescription. I don't understand it. I could buy my prescription and not pay the $38 and still come out money ahead if I didn't have to pay for it. They won't cancel my insurance. They won't let me cancel it.
Why?
It's Medicare. They won't approve it. Once you get prescription insurance, they won't approve you to release it. So.
Wow. Hey, Jeanette.
How you doing, Jeanette? Glad to see you here. Remember, June Gull's got her little exercise thing at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. So I know you said you wanted to go to that. So. You're right there. So what? I'm not going to get into that. Good morning there, Ann. So.
Elena Petrovich. Well, if I pronounced that properly.
Elena Petrovich.
Elena Petrovich. Okay. Well, I was close.
Yeah, she's a good woman. She's a cat whisperer. She talks to animals. So.
Cool.
If you guys don't know Ann Willis, that's my sister-in-law. Go ahead and show her some channel love if you want. She's got a few videos. That's good country.
Everybody talks to animals. I talk to my cats and dog.
Well, when I see Bear, Alana, I will tell Bear you said hi, and I'll give him a kiss for you. My brother says Bear is just the most loving cat he ever seen. Every time he turns around, Bear jumps up on top of him, wants to be loved on. I said, well, that's funny because every time Bear jumped on me, he just wanted to taste me for dinner. There's my beautiful bride. 35 years ago today, I started seeing her. Been with her ever since. I can't whistle. Yeah, it's been 35 years ago today I met her. So.
I do not understand why that the damn YouTube is not letting me ring the damn bells.
A lot of times you have to.
No, like the people I just subscribed to, it's like I'm not being able to ring the bell.
Maybe you have too many that's already the bells are rung to. I don't know what their guidelines are or whatever, but it's something.
YouTube is just a freaking crazy thing.
It is. Old Mucker says, just put some clothes on, Kat. She's got clothes on, old Mucker. She's got clothes on.
It's better to be naked, but the thing is, you might scare some people.
I would scare some. She wouldn't, but I would.
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm not precisely picking on anybody. I'm just saying. Clothes are overrated.
2 hours, okay.
Lisa, it was the people that just subbed me that I subbed too. That's what it's like. It's not letting me ring their bells.
She just told me the school was delayed for 2 hours. So.
Jeanette says it's too cold to go naked.
Well, it depends. If you're over in California or in Texas, it's going to be warm today.
Yeah.
If you're in Australia, it's hot there. So.
You're right, Andy. It does never work right.
Old Mucker says, when I walk around naked, everybody thinks I'm an elephant. Yeah, it's hot there. I tell you what, though, Perth, I love them live streams you do with the ocean and the palm trees swaying and stuff. It just relaxes me. I watch it for a little bit and I feel a lot better. I feel relaxed. Thank you, honey.
See, Country Girl even said it's 70 degrees there. It's been hot as hell here in Texas.
Yeah. Well, if you guys would like, you can come to Michigan and then you could freeze your heinies off.
Hey, I'm a New Yorker, so I'm used to the cold. I don't like the cold, but I can deal with it.
We hate it. In fact, we are probably in the next 10 years probably going to move south somewhere, hopefully.
Well, the weirdest thing is my wife says, well, because like I'll complain when I'm cold, and she'll be like, "You're from New York. You're supposed to like the cold." I'm like, "What does being from New York mean that I have to like the cold?" I'm like, "I don't have to like the cold."
Well, you know, fun.
So what wants to go to Florida?
Yeah, I've never been to Florida, so
I lived there when I was 10 for a year in St. Petersburg.
I've always wanted to go to Scotland too and visit, but not during the freezing time.
See, I don't mind the snow, Andy. I just hate the drivers that have disrespect for people when they're walking and put the slush all over you.
If I win the lottery, Jeanette, I'm buying me a missile site and going to have me a hell of an underground house built. That's what we're doing. My wife says I'm so nuts. I don't know if you guys seen it on YouTube, but there's a guy that built a house out of a missile site. Bought it for damn.
I've seen some of the missile site underground bunkers, and a few of them they're for sale. I don't know if they're still for sale, but about
well, you can buy them for a little or no money. I think he paid $1 for his, but his was flooded and he pumped it all out. And I guess they had a broken water line or whatever. And they fixed that, and then he started remodeling it, and now he's made it a big home. He says his front door weighs 35 tons, so it's pretty neat.
All right, Jeanette.
I tell you what, though, if you buy a missile site, you never have to worry about anything there. I mean,
right?
Nobody's going to get you.
Country girl.
Yeah, don't sell them to people's names that are Mohammed. Yeah. Lived in Auburn Hills for 2 years. I know exactly where that's at. So, by the palace. The palace is a sports arena in Michigan. So. So what's up with you, Texas? How have you been? You got anything going?
Achy, pain, chilling out at home. Yeah. Watching a lot of Netflix movies, honestly, with the wife lately.
Well, that's good. I'm not doing too much right now. I'm just trying to get my criteria met for the YouTube shake-up, and then after that,
I don't think I'm gonna make it by the the 20th or whatever.
Yeah,
I ain't got 1,000 subs yet, and I ain't got the amount of time yet. So
yeah. All right, we'll see you later. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. So yeah, I've got the 1,000 subscribers. I've got 3,000 hours, I believe now, and I'm just, I'm trying to get the rest. It's just hard. So I got
See,
people.
out of what I was told by Granny, it's 4,000 minutes, not 4,000 hours.
I keep
100,000
checking.
hours, 100,000 minutes.
No, it's according to the thing, it says 4,000 hours, and they haven't changed it because I keep
That's
looking.
what I seen, and I showed her. But out of what she was talking to somebody that either works for YouTube or knows YouTube very well, I don't remember. They told her it's minutes, not hours, but she said don't take her word for it because she's not 100% sure.
Right, that's the thing. Until they come out with something written stating it's 4,000 minutes or whatever, you have to go with what they say,
Yeah.
Because old Mucker needs eight more people to show him some channel love so he gets 100. So yeah, it's 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours. That's according to their bylaw or whatever their thing that they put out. Their new ruling they put out was 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours.
Right. Marker, I just subbed to you. I got 856 subscribers.
So they should all show you some channel love too if you're showing them some channel love. So
yeah, everybody that subbed me, I already subbed back. Okay. That I know of. I usually, like, if they say they support my channel and I don't see it show up on the bottom of the notification, or I go to their channel and I don't see it, I won't sub back until I see it on my subscriber list, which takes about almost 3 days to show up at times.
Right.
Because there's people out there that'll be like, oh, I support your channel, and it's like they don't.
Right. I automatically do it anyways. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. What can I say? If I do it, and if I told you I showed you support and I didn't, I wouldn't feel right. So, and I have never unsubscribed to anybody. There's a couple of channels I won't watch no more, but I have never unsubscribed to them. So. Then there's my beautiful bride. She's got her own channel. So that's
which one's your wife?
Mrs. Iron Dog 63.
I don't see her. I didn't see her show up.
She's not on here right now. She's on her way walking to the computer. So
Living and learning life. Hello.
Good morning, living and learning.
Hey, Dewey.
Yeah. That's how you doing there, Dewey? So, sorry to hear about your problems you're having. Hopefully, everything will be okay and work out for you. Dewey's having some kidney problems right now, and he's already had a kidney transplant. So, if you guys could say a prayer for Dewey, which is the angry Amish. He
Will
probably
do.
did it. So
feel better, Dewey. Yeah, spelt it wrong, Dewey.
How are you doing, sarcastic? Excuse me. Thank you,
That's
Peter.
okay. Well, I've spelled it Arleen. I've been called Darlene, Marlene, Eileen.
Yeah. Yeah, you got one leg shorter than the other. They call you Eileen.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah. Peter Lawler's going to put you on his prayer list there, Angry Amish. Hopefully everything works out for you. Keep us posted. Do a video or something if you can from the hospital.
So what spelled it wrong too, but that's okay.
Sarcastic, you got it right.
Sarcastic. My name is Arlene.
Yeah. He's going to the hospital today. The Amish hitman Dewey. He's going today to the hospital. He's gonna be there 2 or 3 days. They're gonna put some IVs, hook him up to some IVs, and see if they can get his kidneys corrected with fluids. So. Well, congratulations.
I hope you feel better, Dewey. Yeah. Peter, I've been with my wife 17 years. We're not legally married yet, but I consider us married.
That's great there, Peter. Congratulations. 18 years yesterday.
I know, so what?
Oh, you'll do a live from all you got to do on your phone there, Dewey, is
I will be right back.
Go to your camera and record your video, and then you can when you're done recording your video, it'll say share. You click that share, and then it'll tell you, share it to Facebook or YouTube or whatever. Click it to YouTube, go through the the things you have to do there, and then hit upload, and it'll probably take a couple hours, but it'll upload to YouTube. So, and if you got good Wi-Fi there, it shouldn't take that long. So, but a live stream is nice because it'll automatically go to your channel anyways if I miss it, so I can watch it from there. So.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too. So what? But it's over.
Yep, that was yesterday. So what? But it's okay. Yep. So.
Hey Dewey, how's not a burning freeze. Voodoo doing?
Yeah, day late and a dollar short there, Peter.
Hey, at least he said Happy Valentine's Day. He thought about us at least.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So, my granddaughter, she made.
Later, Lisa.
My granddaughter made me and my wife a Happy Valentine's Day card yesterday. And I like the homemade one better than the store-bought ones.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Lisa. Have a good one. So, yeah, Dewey is, how's Voodoo doing? I have no idea. Oh, okay. I wonder if he's still in the hospital. So.
Wow. Well, if you hear from him, tell him I said hi.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to talk to Voodoo every day. Then all of a sudden, about a month and a half ago, he dropped off the face of the earth and hadn't seen him since, So.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. It's like my kids only call me when they want something, and I text my youngest one, which has 6 kids, like about 2 weeks ago, and I never got a response. So I don't even know if her number's any good anymore.
Huh. Right.
And then my second oldest, for some reason, it's been a few months. I think her phone got disconnected. The last time I did speak to my daughter, which was December 19th, she sat there and said, did the second oldest call me? And I'm like, no, why? She goes, well, she asked me for your number again last night, which was the 18th of December. And I'm like, no, she hasn't. And still haven't heard from her either.
Well, fortunately, all three of my kids live around, so I see most of them every day. Um, I see two of them every day, and then the third one, he works like 12 or 15 hours a day, uh, working the pipeline, so we don't get to see him. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but he'll talk.
Well, my oldest daughter pretty much disowned everybody except for my youngest. My son, my second oldest, I used to hear pretty much almost a lot, and she used to be on YouTube too. And then my son, he'll call pretty much at least once a month. And my youngest, I used to talk to her a lot too, but I don't know. Like I said, they only call when they want something.
Right. Somebody asked me the other day about sleeping. I said, I haven't slept in 34 and a half years. That's how old my kid is. I haven't slept in 34 and a half years. So I haven't slept since the day he was born, the oldest one. So
honestly, it irritates my wife when they stay up all night.
Yeah. It irritates.
I don't know why. She just sits there and doesn't like it, but possibly like twice a week I'll sit there and stay up.
Yeah, it irritates my wife too when I stay up all night.
Fat boy 440, damn too loud trying to sleep. Well then, turn it off and go to sleep. Just messing with you.
Yeah, I like Bad Boy. Pretty good guy.
No, Peter, I did not, but I will. I don't really care about the damn bell anyway. It works when it wants to, and it don't work when it wants to.
That's the thing. If I start noticing that I'm not getting something from somebody, I'll go in and check their channel. And a lot of times I don't even re-ring the bell. I just try to check them every once in a while, you know, once a week or once every 2 weeks, and then I'll just go in and try to catch up on some of their videos. So.
I pretty much did a video back, I think a couple months back, that I ain't ringing the bell anymore. I turn on the computer and it's like you figure that you would at least have to spend 15 minutes like shutting down the notifications or clicking on the videos to watch them or whatever. I literally get the most 7 to 10 notifications when I turn on the computer.
I know.
And then it's like throughout the day I might get like 10 pop up like within a couple minutes, and then maybe a couple hours later another 10. It's like, so I'm like, yeah, the hell with it. I ain't worried about the bell.
I spend about 10 minutes every time I start the computer up clicking off, you know, trying to get all these notifications.
Yeah, not me.
So. Yeah, my wife.
So what? Nobody can watch all vids.
Right. My wife just told me she went to turn on her computer and it says it's updating, so it'll be about 5 minutes before she can get on. So.
I got Windows 10 and honestly I don't like it, and it's like when it does an update, it literally takes like almost 3 hours.
Right. So. Hopefully it won't take that long for hers. But her computer's been running slow and shutting down and stuff, so maybe this will help it anyways. So.
Probably needs to clean it out and stuff.
We tried to figure out how to clean it out, but it says when you want to clean out the cookies, it erases your YouTube or your passwords and all that other stuff.
No, it don't. No, it don't. Cleaning cookies, no, it don't.
Yeah, then don't. That's what I said. Don't touch it.
It doesn't clean out the cookie. The cleaning out the cookies don't erase your passwords.
Are you sure? Because this thing says it'll erase your history, your recent history, saved passwords.
That I know of, it doesn't do the passwords, but I'm not going to say I'm 100% sure.
That's why I don't try it. I don't clean it out because I don't know half the passwords to any of my stuff anymore. So.
Write them down. Get a little journal book and write it down.
It's kind of late now. You know, I don't know them now. So. I'd have to get in and redo my accounts again. I just had that happen to me a couple of weeks ago. I had to redo my Facebook and my YouTube and my Google account, but I've got like 50 other things that need passwords for too. And so, you know,
Yeah. Well,
everything's
just do like 2 or 3 a day. It
yeah,
might take a couple of weeks to get it done, and just write them down, and
right.
don't make them all the same password. And technically, you should change your password at least once a week, they say, but I don't think anybody ever does.
No. Well, I had somebody steal my information a couple of months ago, and then next thing I know, I got a notification in the mail that a GoFundMe account was set up for my name because they felt sorry for me.
Wow.
I'm still sore there, fat boy, and it's actually been hurting a lot worse yesterday and today than it has in the last few days.
Peter, what is everybody up to today? Me, I'm doing my inch bag to like reorganize it, and I'm gonna hopefully set up my bug out bag and hopefully clean my room. And while I'm doing all that, I'll be watching videos. If I don't fall asleep, which I don't think I do well because I don't feel sleepy.
Who was it? The guy at the missile thing over there in Hawaii. They did an interview with him, and they were talking to him. They were panning around with the video camera, and then somebody seen that they had the word password wrote on a piece of paper taped to a TV screen. You know, that missile advancement where they can tell on Hawaii when a missile's coming, and they
I
got.
have no clue what you're talking about. I haven't heard about it.
This was about 2 months ago, I guess. They did an interview with them because they were talking about what they were doing just in case South Korea or North Korea decided to send a missile over, and they have their advancement warning, over there, and they were talking, and they were and there with a camera, and they were talking to the guy, and they were panning around, but the guy had the word password taped to his TV screen. That was a password for the week. Password. So somebody hacked into the account, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Password was the password. Yeah.
Sarcastic said once a week. That's how often Iron Dog changes his socks.
No. I try to get 2 weeks out of them, Sarcastic. I'll change one sock on one foot 1 week, and I'll change the other sock on the other foot the other week. Sometimes I got blue.
Iron Dog. And so what? They hacked your Twitter account. Say something mean to them or about them, and put it in English. I'll bet you they'll understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, of course they're angry.
Well, technically, if you're gonna flip your underwear over and wear them 2 times as long, you could technically get them 4 times as long. For one, wear them front to back and then back to front, and then turn them inside out and do the same thing.
There you go. And then when you're done with that, you can wear them for a hat.
I do not want to smell my own ass.
Well, they're Amish. Now, if you were wearing a thong, could you still do it? That would make it a little hard right there.
I do not know how the hell anybody can wear a damn thong. Why would you want to string up your ass?
I have no idea.
I do not get that.
I'm worried I'd get a rug burn.
I'd rather just go commando. Go for green living. Have a good day.
Yep. Have a good day. I got my dishes done last night, so I don't have to do them.
Your junk be flopping around.
It looks like Roach has been riding dirt bikes. Yeah, Mrs. Iron Dog used to love thongs. So.
You can keep them.
Well, she's got a whole drawer full of them. She don't wear it no more. So.
To be honest, once I honestly tried men's boxers on, and those things are damn ass comfortable. Not those loose boxers.
Talking about the regular boxers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wear the regular boxer underwear myself. I don't wear the button-up boxers, you know, like the old days, but yeah, she goes, Mrs. Iron Dog goes commando now, saves on laundry.
Well, like I said, why wear a thong? Just go commando.
Yeah. That's environmentally friendly. Yeah. Hey, Angry Amish, Fat Boy, and Miss Iron Dog, Peter Lawler, subscribe to you.
Sarcastic says, Kathy, you just went to the top of the hotness scale.
That's what I tell her. They're sarcastic.
BB North Nowhere, hello. What's
BB.
the topic thongs right now?
Mrs.
And not the flip flop type.
All right. Mrs. Iron Dog's YouTube name used to be Hot Mama. So.
Jason, hello.
How you doing, Jason? If you guys aren't busy, sometime today, Hickory Rick 1's going to have a live stream. Kim Pipe is going to have a live stream. June Gall is going to be on around 8 o'clock, and she has a exercise live stream. It's nothing, hard. It's just light exercise for the.
Yeah, I seen her video the other day. I was on the live stream for a little while.
Yep. It's fun. We have some fun. We make jokes and, get her to laugh and tell her she's hurting us by all the hard exercise. But I sit here and do what I can do, watching her. And she picks up her legs and stuff like that. I can't do that with a bad hip, but I can, do the toe things and everything else. So. Yep. Good morning, hey, Kim. You want to come up, Kim, for a little bit? I'm going to be on until 8 o'clock. So if you want to come on, you can join me and Texas Little Star. And I have your unboxing video come on when I was already on live stream, so I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mucker, yeah, somebody keeps farting in Jim's room. Yeah, it's that phone,
Hey,
man.
it's a musical video. That's why, old mucker.
It's that old.
Got it. To those exercise.
Yeah, it's actually her phone, and it's funny. Home in the Sticks, how are you doing, man? I just shouted out your channel a few seconds ago, stating that you were one of the prepper channels I like watching, and that you come out with a new video this morning. So I'm glad to see you're here. The guy's got a hell of a good channel, Home in the Sticks. I love it at the end of it, because at the end he says, "Don't let anybody dull your shine," and that is just probably one of the neatest sayings I've ever heard. So,
Home in the Sticks. I just subscribed.
Yep. So there you go, and it's pretty neat. So
Later, sarcastic.
all right, Kim, that's fine. Home in the Sticks, you want to come on live? That way you can promote your channel if you like. You got a webcam?
It was funny, Kim. I was watching Roman Atwood the other day when they drilled, well, I think it was like a week or two ago, where they drilled the hole in the ice in his lake that they made. And I forgot where he went, I think a year or two ago, maybe a couple years back, where it's custom that you go in the water and it only counts if you go like head under. And he couldn't do it when he was there. So on his property, he finally did it. And FouseyTube done it. And a few other people did it finally. I'm like, and then of course they ran from there all the way into the hot tub.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sure. I didn't remember where, old mucker.
Well, I just asked Home in the Woods if he'd like to come on, but he's at work, so he can't. So maybe I'll do a live stream one night, and I'll leave you a message, Home, and you can come on and support, describe your channel for people. So I'm all about giving, showing channel support for everybody. So
yeah.
The hot tub machine, you're right. So what? So
I've honestly never been in a hot tub. I wouldn't mind trying it.
I've never been in a hot tub, regular hot tub, but we've been to the hotels, and they'll have a hot tub out there by the with the pool, mixed in with the the pool area right there. I've been in one of them, but a hot tub he has on his deck, I've never been in one.
I've never been in that either. I've been there in one either.
Right. And when I do that, Home, maybe you can I don't know, do an improv country cooking or something like that. I love that cabbage video you did. I love fried cabbage to begin with, but you did it in your pressure cooker. I thought that was pretty good. So. And if you guys aren't subscribed to him, show channel love to Home in the Sticks. So,
Peter, I cannot get in and out of a tub anymore. It's either shower or sitting on a shower chair.
That's the thing. I can't get into a tub and sit down because I'd never be able to get back out of it. So
yeah, I was gonna say I can get in and sit down, but I ain't getting the hell back out.
Right, I can't get out. So I have a shower chair or I stand up. Depends on how I'm feeling. I've been trying to just stay up or stand up and take a shower, but if I'm feeling sore, I sit down because I don't want to fall in the tub. So I looked at getting a walk-in tub, but I can't afford them, man. Them things are expensive. Hell, just a rebate's $1,500,
My wife looks at those commercials and says, "How the hell does the water not seep out the door?" I said, "There's
You
probably like a seal around it or something." She goes, "Yeah, but it has to like wear out sooner or later."
yeah, it's got a good seal on it. Well, I don't know there, Texas Star, because things can last a long time. The swimming pools at the Titanic are still full of water right now.
Ah, ah, ah.
Oh, that's been over 100 years. So and all the chicks are naked. Yeah, I got a video. So what of two hot chicks in a yeah, two hot chicks in a tub. I was
Orson,
in,
hello.
Peter Lawless said his insurance paid for most of it. I had to see if my insurance would pay for one. So, they probably pay for that, but they don't pay for the installation and all the other stuff. Home in the Sticks, Mrs. Iron Dog, that's my wife. She's only got one video, but we're going to start making some cooking videos and stuff like that. So,
Yep. So what says the Titanic tubs are not hot?
yeah, yeah. They're not
I
hot
just,
anymore. So,
well, Dewey said he would fart in the direction, so I might make it a hot tub.
either that or make it a jacuzzi, whirlpool. Good morning, Gene. How are you doing today? Um, if you guys don't know Gene Chambers, he does a lot of good for a lot of people. He does a lot of volunteer work for the disabled vets. He does a lot of volunteer work for widows of veterans. He fixes and rebuilds dolls for girls for Christmas out of his own pocket. He puts new hair in them, cleans them up, puts new dresses or bodies on them, fixes their hands and legs and eyes and all that good stuff, boxes them up and sends them away for Christmas presents to little boys or little girls. And he makes wooden toys for little boys, tractors, trains, trucks, and all that stuff. So if you could just give Gene some channel love, go over there and hit his little red button on the side and tell him that you support him. And if you feel the need and you want to help him with his cause, I'm sure that he can set up something that you can help him with his cause, because he does do this all out of pocket.
I think I am sub to Gene. I know I was. I don't know if I still am due to YouTube. You never know.
Right. Well, he shut his channel down a couple months ago because somebody was giving him some crap, and he decided it wasn't worth it. So he shut his channel down. Then he come back.
Okay, well, nope, I just subbed to him again. I know I was sub to him, but no, I just did it again.
Right. So if you want a doll, I'm sure he'll get you a doll, but you're going to have to pay for it, Angry Amish, because
And no voodoo doll for you, Dewey.
yeah. Hi, Pappy Pile. How you doing? Glad to see you made it here.
Dewey will be like, I want a voodoo doll of my mom.
Okay, Orson, you have a good day too. Thanks for showing up.
Pappy Pinion. Hello.
Maybe, I don't know, but you'd have to ask Gene. But if you want to send him some support, financial support, maybe he'll make a doll and send it to you so you can give it to somebody special for their Christmas present. I don't know if he'll do that, but you can try. Okay. That would be nice to have a Hillary voodoo doll. Yeah. Have a voodoo doll myself. Yeah.
Just remember, what goes around comes around, and usually 10 times worse.
You're right. Yeah, Gene makes wooden bowls. He fixes furniture and stuff like that. So, if you guys want something, go check Gene's channel out and, contact him if you think you want something or you want him to make you something. And I'm sure, uh, I'm not 100% positive, but you probably can work out something with him. Yeah, Rick is the expert on voodoo dolls. Yeah.
My question is, why do ghost pains? Where do they come from, and why the fuck do they hurt so much?
I have no idea.
And why are they called ghost pains?
Don't know. Never even heard of them.
Yeah, like say you're just sitting around, you get like a sharp pain somewhere, and it's like it comes and goes quickly, or it's just like one of those things that people call ghost pains.
Right.
Don't know
And
why.
I know, I understand what you're talking about now. Yeah. Um, a lot of times, if you're breathing, and all of a sudden you feel a sharp pain in your lung, that's called. Just give me a second. I had it on my tip of my tongue. Uh, Pleurisy, and I never heard of it before until I asked the doctor. I said, "Have you ever heard of pleurisy?" He said, "Yeah, it's your lungs. When you take a breath and it feels like somebody's stabbing you, and every time you take a breath and all of a sudden it goes away. It's called pleurisy. So if you get that, that's what it's called, pleurisy."
Home and sticks, have a good one.
Thanks, Home and Sticks, for showing up. And when I do a night live stream, I'll get a hold of you in advance so we can hook up and do something and promote your channel. So, because I think a lot of people would be interested in him. So, but anyways, that's if you get that kind of a pain, that's what that is. It's called pleurisy there, Texas.
I'll have to look it up.
But I understand people that have amputations and stuff like that, and they can feel their arm or their leg, and it's not there. That's another form of ghost pains, So, but I I had to make a connection there first when I didn't realize what you were saying, and then all of a sudden I did once you started explaining it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're talking about, Dewey, where like people that have like a leg or something amputated and it's like they feel like their leg's still there or something.
Right.
But it's like not like he said, sometimes in the lung, but there'll be times like even in my arm, I'll get like a sharp poking pain, like if somebody stabbed me with a knife or a needle, and just as fast as it comes, it goes. I usually tell my wife, I'm like, "Up, somebody's playing with my voodoo doll."
Yeah. No, Jeanette, you're not done because June starts at 8 o'clock, and you can mosey on over to June Gall's exercise and torture chamber live stream and exercise there too. So, old Mucker goes there. We have fun. Old Mucker's a cut up there. It's pretty funny. So,
Yep.
there's a lot of people that go to June's um live stream. I believe it. Uh, People think they can still do something with a hand that's not there, and they look and it's, damn. So, okay, Jason.
Have a good one, Jason.
Thanks for showing up on your lunch hour. So, thought you was getting ghost pains in your ass while you were sleeping. Put it on camera, and it was your wife kicking your ass every night. There you go. Yeah, you can. Well, that's what Mucker says. He said the best exercise to do is sit-ups because you can lay down doing half of it.
Yes, you can exercise while laying down.
Yeah. So mainly it's just she just has you move your arms and your legs, wiggle your toes and stuff like that.
You could do the bicycle while laying down, do the leg lifts, the stretching of the feet.
You have a good day. The rest of your day at work here, Jason. Exercise, laying down on top of weight. Sure you do. Sure you do.
How can you, Mucker? You're too old. His name's Old Mucker.
Yeah. Well, that's a start there, Jeanette. So, well,
Hello,
June.
June. Good morning.
We were just talking about you, June, and your live stream of physical and torture.
Hey, Mark, the saying is when you're old, the only fuck you get is when the wife is passing in the hallway and says, fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. I love smashing her back doors in. Yeah. Try that around here, you'll get your front door smashed in. I'm ready, June. I took my leave already. I'm ready to get moving.
Jeanette, being home by yourself and it's not the sex thing, it's out the window. It's called a thing of pleasuring yourself.
Yeah. I know I love it, June. That's why I show up every day. So.
No, Marker. June, he's lying. No, nobody said it but him.
They all say, yeah, he's the one that said it. I told him it was your phone that goes off. That's kind of your phone when it goes off and vibrates. It sounds like somebody farting.
And I technically told him, hey, it's a music video. That's why.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. They're
somebody sent Jeanette a Viagra.
June don't fart, she fluffs. I have never seen a woman yet that farted. They're old mucker. They all perf or fluff, or that wasn't me, you know. Even though the dog and the cat run out of the room,
Technically,
they don't.
Women's farts are worse, they say, because the sulfur is higher.
Yep. It gets cold here when you fart, it makes snowflakes. That's right.
Women squeak.
Yeah.
If I hear a woman squeak, I'm running.
As long as they don't splatter. So. But after the age of 40, oh, there we go.
I had to laugh. My wife's niece, she's 21, I think now. So when I met them, she was 4. She's sitting on my lap. She turns around and goes like this and says, I farted on you. And I look at everybody and go, well, I guess I'm welcome in the family.
Well, there's 2 of them, and I know a 3rd person that says their farts don't stink. And I beg to differ. So. Well, you can have more power to it, old mucker. So. I think I leave a shitty taste in your mouth. Well, that's right. My wife's farts don't stink. She don't even fart at all.
Well, June's and Jeanette's nose must be stopped, plugged, and everything if they cannot smell their own farts.
They just don't want to admit it. They're Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to keep you alive.
Yeah. Huh? What's that?
I want to know where the hell people come up with these words. Because you got burping or belching for when it comes out your mouth. You got fart when it comes out your ass. And they both stink.
Right. Iron Dog, old Mucker says Iron Dog. She does fart because I heard one go off the other night. No, I think he's talking about his wife. No. It's what you eat and how you eat it. You're right there, June. So, welcome to Fart Talk. Passing gas out your ass.
I never watch what I eat. It's whatever I'm hungry for.
Yeah, the wife don't watch what she eats. It's whatever she's hungry for. So.
I
Hey,
feel
Dark Matter.
Dark matter.
I feel I deserve that at my age.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Okay. Dark matter. It's a pleasure to have you here, man.
I'll answer your question when I get back to Texas. Okay.
What's that, honey? Anyways, dark matter. It's a good channel. If you guys aren't affiliated with him, go ahead and check his channel out. Hit that red button and show him some channel love. And Dark is he's a neighbor of mine. He's only like 80 miles from me. He lives in Grand Rapids or just north of Grand Rapids, and I live in Lenawee County, so he's not that far from me. So what? I was down to Fart Vader. There you go. Oh. Well, we were just having a fart talk here, where we pass gas out the ass there, Dark. No. Yeah, Surfer says it really makes your toes curl. I can believe that. Yeah, 80 miles, you can spit that far. Yeah. Dark, June's got her exercise and torture live stream coming on here in a few minutes, in 10 minutes or so.
Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Rena.
If you're not doing anything, she'd probably appreciate you showing up and doing a little exercising.
See, Dark don't fart because Dark doesn't fart because he's a gnome.
It says when he rips, one small planets explode. That's funny. The ones I don't understand are the ones that can blow up balloons when they do it. And I'm not talking little balloons. I'm talking, like the punching bags and stuff like that. Well, I don't know how this thing went from the school shooting yesterday to passing gas. Oh my!
No. We went from school shooting to thongs to passing gas.
Yeah. I don't blame you, man. Brussels sprouts, man, that's a high sulfur food there.
Hey, but those things are good. I like them.
My wife likes them too. Well, it is part of life, there, Miss Rena. So.
What would you like to talk about, Miss Rena?
Yeah. That's right. Pickled eggs and beer, Mike. That'll help you remove the wallpaper, won't it, Gene? So.
See, Bertie, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning there, Charles. We're shutting it down at 8 o'clock because we got to go to June Gull's physical fitness and torture live stream. So. Yeah. Ozone layer.
We got the ozone layer. It's made up of dark matter sparks.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in June's room. I've been in June's room a few times. We had a couple people that showed up a few days and then they quit. So June's sent out, write-ups and they're docking their pay for not being there. So. That's right, B&B. It's pretty bad when the dog will leave the room.
No, what's worse is when the dog farts.
I had a friend, he passed away. He was a lot older than me. And one day I was walking into a restaurant. He was walking out and he's like this. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm looking for a dog so I can lick its ass to get the taste out of my mouth." He said, "That shit in there was bad." So I turned around and left. I wasn't going to try it. So. Oh, I can believe it there, Dark Matter. Yeah, who is this June I keep talking about? You know who she is. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Iron Dog,
Uh-huh.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Texas. It's always a
I'm gonna
pleasure.
pop over to say hi to Sammy because she just came on live, and I haven't been on her channel in a while,
Okay.
so I'll go say hi to her. Okay, the word originated in Norway from three gods of Thor. They used to call it first as the breakwind play. They have the poem. Okay. Alrighty. I knew you were gonna look up it. I want to know why cats lick their butts. It's like, ew.
Yeah.
Little dogs.
So.
Imagine if humans had to do that. That'd be gross. Ugh.
Well, because the dog does it, they can tell where you've been and who you are and stuff. So, how you doing, Steve? We're shutting it down in about 5 minutes. I'm sorry that you're missing most of it or missed most of it. But June Gall has a live stream going on at 8, and then Picker Rick will come on sometime a little bit later than that, and then Kim Pipe will be on. So,
BB says no pet toilet paper, but they
Yeah.
got diapers for pets.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna sit there and say thank you for having me. Have a good one, and have a good day, everybody. On Side Chat, enjoy.
Thank you for showing up, Texas, and you have a good day too, and be careful wherever you do today.
Well, preferably I'm staying home. I'm hoping I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
Like I said, doing my inch bag and my bug out bag. So, but alrighty. Later,
All right.
everyone.
See you later. I use bum wipes for my dog. There is no way I'd wipe a dog's hiney unless he's trying to wipe his hiney on my carpet. Then I would. And I think me and that dog would have a talk. All right, Dark. You have a good day. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. But I said we were going to shut down at 8 o'clock. So, and I know I didn't start. I started late today. I didn't get on till. I'm glad to have you, Dark. And in fact, I do this. I'm going to do it every morning this week, and then I don't know. I might switch it to every other morning next week. But if you want to come on, just let me know. I started like 5:30 in the morning and do it till. I was only doing it till 7. Now I do it till 8. So. You know why a dog licks his hiney, don't you, old mucker? Because they can, that's why. All right, thanks, Miss Ryan. So, I like this live streaming thing too there, so what? Okay, June, we'll see you later. Have a good day there, Dart. Glad to see you could show up. Smash that like button like Mrs. Iron Dog says. Got 22 people here watching. That's hard to believe at almost 8 o'clock in the morning, but right. 22 people with nothing better to do. So 21 people now. Lipstick and Sofrito. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Like I just got to say in there, I'm going to shut her down here in a couple minutes here, Lipstick. Glad you showed up, but I'm sorry that you missed most of it. I'm trying to do this from 5:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock, and then I'm gonna try to do it the rest of the week like this, and then maybe every other day. I don't know yet. I'll figure that one out Sunday. So you need 11 now to get to 100. So if you guys aren't showed to channel up to Old Mucker, go ahead and give him a, check his channel out, hit that red button and check it. Excuse me. He does motorcycle stuff. So it's pretty neat. I'm hanging it out here. There you go. I'm on the train getting my baby to school. Okay. All right. Well, it's 7:59. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up. I really do. If it wasn't for you, I'd have no reason to be here. And you make it possible for me to be here. And that's about all I can say on that. I just want to say, everybody, have a safe day. Be careful out there. If you go somewhere, make sure that everything you do is safe, so you don't hurt yourself or somebody else. And God bless and have a good day. See you later, Scott. So what? Lipstick, Old Mucker, Angry Amish, Mrs. Iron Dog, Ilana, Peter Lawler. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you somewhere. I remember June's got that exercise and torture live stream coming up, so go ahead and go to her channel and we can sit there and have fun, shoot the crap, and do a little exercising. I enjoyed the chat too there, Old Mucker. Have a great day.